Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world. Tuesday afternoon show over here on Cannon Fodder TV. What can I say? What can I say? Yeah, the transfer it's kind of gone quiet. I've seen like a funny cartoon that someone put on Twitter with Mikel Arteta on his iPad, or he's going through a photo album, like his wish list of players. It comes across Gabriel Jesus and like, hey, and what happens? Gabriel Jesus walks through the door. But until that point, actually after that point, it's gone very, very quiet. It's gone super, super quiet. But we've got three parts of the whole, memory serves me right, three parts of the whole. We're going to be just kind of talking about the signing, Gabriel Jesus. We might touch on Lisandro Martinez as well as Youri Tielemans. I'm sure a lot of you have probably seen the thumbnail artwork and wondering, what's happening here? What's happening here? Well, there's been a couple of videos which came up live this morning, which kind of told you what was happening here. If you've not seen it, there's some more videos coming up later on today in regards to the speculation window. Speculation window, to you lot, it's a transfer window. To me, it's speculation window. But anyway, and anywho, we're going to get into this one on the other side of this music intro. Can't wait for this one. Yes, indeedy. Welcome back to Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over the world. I'm just laughing because someone was saying that, but Alex, the way you say fodder, it sounds like fada. You know, what? Not Brazilian, but a Jamaican accent. Fada. My mother, my father. No, fodder. Cannon fodder. These people. Come on, get it right. So yeah, like I just said here, it does say to subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV. You know, so if you want to receive the latest and breaking news right here on this channel. Now, before I go into our new segments, there's been a couple of comments made in, I think, a video that went live this morning. And the person's asking for information about a particular player that he's not heard of. And someone's asking some more information about a player who's been linked with Arsenal. It's Lisandro Martinez. And he said, well, I don't know what's going on. What's happening? I've heard like conflicting news. And I said to the person, well, then you have to make up your own decision. I can't make the decision for you. If you're getting information from this person and it's opposite from what this person is telling you here, let the grey matter swirl around and come to your own decision. I can't make that decision for you, can I? I can only give you my opinion from my grey matter. If that makes any sense to you. If you've got conflicting information, sit down, think about it, reflect on it, and come to your own opinion. And that's all we can do over here. You know, when the pandemic hit here, when I was going live 3 times a day, almost 2 years ago, I always came up with the same lines. Listen, I've got my own sources of news, but you still need to do your own research. Don't believe what the newspaper says, what the social media says, whatever news outlet says. Go and do your own homework. And I will give you that same line again. Even though we've done the best that we can do, you still need to go and do your own homework. Don't believe everything that we say. Don't. But anyway, someone's wagging their finger. I'm not sure why they're wagging their finger. But that's what we've always said. Listen, we do our best to research the news, but you must also do your part. You've got to do your part. Anyhow, now I've got it off my chest. It's off my chest. All right, okay. Let's go to the news segments over here on Cannon Fodder TV. Oops, what have I done here? What have you done? Oh, missed it. You've just messed it up. Anyway, so there's been some first pictures of Gabriel Jesus training at London Coney with the boys from Brazil. Well, the Brazilian became the club's fourth signing after let me see if I can get it right now. Marquinhos, Fabio Vieira. I'm not going to joke about his name. Matt Turner, and of course he's the fourth signing. So 4 signings so far in this window. I didn't say January transfer window. In this window so far, it's gone a little bit into neutral, hasn't it now? So are they thinking about who's going to be the next signing, or does somebody has to go to the sugar daddy and ask for more money to get the signing or signings over the line? Who knows? And again, I don't know. Go and do your homework. Go and do your homework. Ah, dearie me. But anyway, so he's been handed the number 9, coming number 9, which was vacated by Alexander Lacazette. So I thought what I would do, because I know a lot of you got very, very upset about Eddie Nketiah be given a number 14 shirt. And if you're going to ask me my opinion, I'll remind you, I couldn't give a damn whether he's wearing the 00, the number 7 shirt. He's wearing number 14 shirt. So what? So what? So I thought what I would do is give you a short history of the number 9 shirt. A short history. So where's here it is. Here it is. Here is the number 9 shirt. So here is a short history about the number 9 shirt. So it's like a list that was compiled by somebody else actually. So these are marks out of 10. I'm not sure why, but number 9 shirt. Kevin Campbell came through the academy with the ranks at Arsenal and forged a successful career for the Gunners. Premier League, established himself in the side during their run in the league and title in 1991. But despite the signing of Ian Wright, Campbell remained a regular in the team during the early years of the rebranded Premier League and played a prominent role as Arsenal became the first side in English history to win the domestic cup double in the 92-93 season. And that's Kevin Campbell. Yeah, he scored 22 goals in 97 Premier League appearances for Arsenal before his departure, later having spells the likes of Everton, and actually I forgot West Bromwich Albion. The next player to don the number 9 shirt, well, not the next player, but the other player who donned the number 9 shirt was Smudger, Alan Smith. He enjoyed a fine career at Arsenal, twice winning the league title and becoming a 2-time winner of the Golden Boot. The peak of his career came well before the arrival of the Premier League. However, Smith managed just 8 league goals across 3 seasons in the rebranded division. 2 of those campaigns came with Smith drawing the number 9, though the former favourite was past his best. Paul Merson, I've forgotten that he wore the number 9 shirt. Paul Merson, yeah, so after Smith's departure, the arrival of Dennis Bergkamp saw Paul Merson change his number 10 shirt, yeah, to number 9 ahead of the 95-96 season. The Magic Man remained a key part of the Arsenal side during the mid-90s. Merson had become a huge fan's favourite since coming through the academy ranks and helped the club to win 2 league titles, pre-Premier League, before playing a vital role in the Gunners' Cup successes in the early 90s. The attacking midfielder was an unconventional wearer of the number 9, making 160 appearances for Arsenal during the Premier League era and scoring 28 goals, although he wore the number 9 just 2 of those campaigns. After 423 appearances for the club in all competitions, he was surprisingly sold to relegated Middlesbrough, the Borough, in 1997, dropping down a division following a lucrative contract offer from a North East outfit, and actually was given an 8 out of 10 rating. My favourite, Nicolas Anelka. Merson's replacement as Arsenal's number 9 was an unproven talent, from France. One will go on to become one of Arsene Wenger's shrewdest cunning signings for Arsenal. Anelka arrived as a raw but promising young talent from PSG, wasted little time in making an impressive pressure on the Premier League, scoring 9 goals in all competitions, including 1 in the FA Cup final, and also won a domestic double during his first season. Yes, his first full season. The following year saw the youngster burst into life to establish himself as one of the most exciting talents in the world, scoring 17 goals to finish as a runner-up for the Golden Boot and win the PFA Young Player of the Award. Anelka's box office at his brilliance best and combined electric pace with strength and skills, though his time at Arsenal proved short-lived as he left acrimonious circumstances for Real Madrid, down to his brother, at the end of the breathtaking campaign, become the Spanish Giants' 22.3 million record signing in 2000. This player I completely forgot about, David Suker. And you're probably thinking, well, why are you not showing these players? Again, do your homework. David Suker, heading in the opposite direction following Anelka's move, Real Madrid, was David Suker, a player who had starred for Croatia after finishing as the leading scorer in the 1998 World Cup. Wasn't that when he did the chip against, I can't remember the goalkeeper's name. Shuka arrived with a huge reputation, but he struggled to make a mark in the Premier League, struggling for regular opportunities amid competition for places from Dennis Bergkamp, Tierney, and Canu. He scored a respectable 10 goals in just 15 starts in all competitions, but lasted just one season at Arsenal, enjoying an underwhelming spell at West Ham following his departure from Arsenal. I did like David Suker. And the next one was our original Fox in the Box, Francis Jeffers. Before a certain Wayne Rooney, there was another young Everton starlet making a name for himself. The quintessential Fox in the Box was Franny Jeffers. Jeffers' performances on the Merseyside prompted Arsenal to splash £8 million. Yeah, the answer did coincidentally make his English debut in the same fixture as a teenage Rooney outshone the fellow Scouser with a goal against Australia. If you're just tuning in now, we're just going through some other players who've donned the number 9 shirt. Another fan favourite and forever an invincible, Jose Antonio Reyes, became Arsenal's record signing upon arriving from Sevilla in 2004. Joining midway through the club's legendary Invincibles campaign as the Gunners were crowned Premier League champions in historic style. The following season saw the Spaniard start in a blistering style as he scored in each of the club's first 6 league fixtures, and whilst he started on occasions, the full struggle for consistency on a regular basis. Reyes scored 16 goals in 69 appearances and lifted the FA Cup, in addition to that league title success, before returning to Spain with Real Madrid amid reports of homesickness. The Beast, Julio Baptista, the man, Christian the Beast, headed to Arsenal in a swap loan deal for the aforementioned Reyes, with the exciting and powerful Brazilian seemingly tailor-made for the Premier League. Baptista enjoyed some fine moments, including a stunning 4-goal haul in a League Cup clash against Liverpool, but often flattered to deceive. His brilliant best mix of performances, of poor performances. He returned actually to Real Madrid at the end of the season, having scored 10 goals in 35 appearances for the Gunners. And Eduardo, who remember Eduardo? The Brazilian-born Croatian international forged a fine reputation at Dinamo Zagreb before joining Arsenal's attacking ranks, though a serious injury wrecked what had been a promising start to the Premier League. Despite competition for places from the likes of Robin Van Persie and Adebayor, Eduardo scored 12 goals in all competitions before a horrific leg break in his debut season in February, an injury that sidelined him for a year and saw him struggle to return to his best. Eduardo had looked capable of being a key figure for Arsenal before his injury. Actually, his career with the Gunners, a case of what might have been. And there are other players. Lucas Podolski, the guy with the thunder left foot. Lucas Perez, for me, wasn't really given it enough time. And of course, the last player to have donned the number 9 shirt was actually Alexander Lacazette. So that's a short history of the number 9 shirt. Of course, there were players who wore it before those players that I mentioned there in a short history of the number 9 shirt. I'm exhausted. Right. So just the last news segment. So Arsenal have headed to Germany to have like a day training camp over there, 4-day training camp over there. Now I'm not even going to talk about this stuff about the incident happening in North London, where when I did a show this evening, someone was asking me a question about my thoughts. We can't talk about that for legal reasons, and I'm not going to allow that kind of comment or chat in live chats. We can't mention that for legal reasons. Okay, so the players are out in Germany. I think there's 2 or 3 players form part of the senior squad, and the rest are youngsters. So let's have a look here and see. Charlie Patino is gone. Well, Thomas Partey is gone. Rara Waters, Salah Aloude, Lino Souza have also travelled as well. So it looks like Arteta has chosen maybe it's 80% youngsters. Anyway, so people, these have been the new segments currently running on Canon 4 TV on this Tuesday afternoon show over here. We have done a poll. Let me just have a refresh the page to make sure I'm up to date on this. Now, the poll was in regards to who's going to score the most goals in an up and coming new season. And not foolishly, I didn't say it's foolish. I kind of let the grey matter swirl around. Maybe you're probably thinking, well, actually, maybe Alex, you don't have much grey matter swirling around in here. Maybe it could be. It could be. And I'm saying that because I've gone for Nico Nketiah to score more goals than Gabriel Jesus. But that's just my opinion. What do you think, or who do you think is going to score the most goals in the new campaign? So the three players that I chose here were Saka, Nketiah, and Jesus. We've had 1,600 votes. You know, the other previous vote we did there surpassed 2,000 votes. I think 2,100 and still counting. But I think this one has the potential to go far beyond that. So again, 1,600 votes. 9% of you have voted for Eddie Nketiah to be top scorer in the new campaign. 10% of you have gone for Bukayo Saka. And 82% of you have gone for the golden child, Gabriel Jesus. I'm going to stick to Eddie Nketiah. Mark it. Mark it. What have I done? What have I done? Oh my goodness. Right, so I think what we'll do, let's go into the live chat and see who's joined us on this one over here. Ace, good afternoon. Says, I'm confident we will be okay by time window closes. We already got a couple decent signings, just a couple more, and we are good. Morning or good afternoon for you. It's afternoon for me. Alex in chat room, good afternoon to you, DWT. I hope you are well. Alex, there are so many different stories out there. We would have a fabulous team. We believed it all. Yeah. And Ronaldo. Ronaldo, my goodness. Where's he going? Most likely, maybe it's Chelsea. Anyway. I think even if Ronaldo came to Arsenal, we've spoken about, you know, divisions in the teams. I mean, divisions. There'd be divisions, you know, subdivisions. Anyway, there are so many. Oh, well, I'm not really sorry. Question, Alex. All I'm concerned is that these players are scoring goals. Yeah, I think was it the Assemble yesterday when I did the show with my brother. They said that we don't want the players to be self-serving. I said, well, Gabriel Jesus and Enrique don't come across as being selfish players anyway. And there's nothing wrong with a little bit of competition. What's wrong with a bit of competition? Like, you know, you could probably say, well, actually, Gabriel, you think you're the chosen one? I'm going to score more goals than you. And then Gabriel will say, actually, let's bet on it. Well, actually, not bet on it, but, you know, I'm probably going to score more goals than you. A little bit of competition doesn't do any harm. Doesn't do any harm at all. I used to watch Kevin play against my son on Hackney Marshes at age 14. Oh, wow. Okay. I played on Hackney Marshes quite a few times back in the day. And by the grace of God, I never broke a bone in my body. I mean, I remember one guy, oh my goodness, it's just horrific. But the most I got injured was just, you know, pulling a muscle or a tendon. No, ligaments in my right knee, and that was as worse as it got. But, you know, breaking a bone, no. But wow, okay. Twerk, yeah. Canon Muda, Canon Fuda. Thank you, Eduardo 9. Yeah, what might have been? And oh my goodness, man, the Brazilian born Croatian. Eduardo, yes, Eduardo. Alec, oh my goodness. Alec, it's been such a long time. Where have you been? God, I hope you're keeping well. No, I'm not. I think, but Okay. Has Martinez agreed terms with a? The video has been released. There's some news about a gentleman's agreement between Lisandro Martinez and Man United. A gentleman's agreement. What does that mean these days? A gentleman's agreement. Goodness. Be close with Eddie and Jesus. Good day to you. To wax. Good day to you to wax. All right. Okay. As it was to do with the shirt number. Aye. Gotcha. Still to Alex. So what number are you currently putting on this transfer window? Well, I think I went for a 6, and I thought I was being quite harsh. So it's actually gone down 1 mark, a 5. 5 out of 10 for this January. It's not January transfer window, Alex. What's wrong with you? 5 for this summer transfer. Sorry, 5 for the speculation window. It's a 5. I've gone down 1 mark. Alex, do you think Arsenal could do with another striker? So would you have a better chance? I've said this. I've said they need another striker, but most likely they won't go in the market for another striker. Who would I like to have as an additional striker? Ivan Toney. What about yourself, Alec? Do you think they need to go in the market to buy another striker? If so, who do you think they should go in the market to buy? But for me, Ivan Toney. Slavic, now that would change our transfer window rating quite a bit. Dude is a beast. He is, but we're not going to go in the market and buy him, are we? I did do the video, but we're not gonna buy him, are we? It's like I joked about this, yeah, but was it a couple of seasons ago in a summer transfer window 2 years ago? How the people who do business on our behalf, right up until Mikel Arteta, they're blinking. They're like, we're saying, look over there, Huh? No, we're gonna go over here. No, Mikel Arteta, look over there. Look, Slavic over here. No. They're not gonna go for him. They won't go for him. It's not gonna happen. Ridiculous. Anyway, Ax, have you played Uncharted 4 on PS? Twerk for work. The last time I played on a console was back in the Sega Mega Drive days. We're going back quite a few years, and I've since I've hung up my gloves. I no longer play on a console anymore. But no, I haven't. I haven't, my friend. I haven't. Oh, a 5. Way so high. Well, it's gone down 1 point from 6, Colin. I think Anthony. Okay. But yeah, I would like Arsenal to go in the market and buy another striker. You could probably talk about Balogun. Most likely, Balogun is going to go back on loan. It might be the Borough. It might not be the Borough. But I don't think he's still quite ready. When I see him play, it's like the guy he's trying too hard. Listen, we know you're talented, but don't try so hard, man. Don't try and prove a point. We know you're good enough. We put it out on loan, not to try hard, but just to show us what you can do. Score the goals. That's all you need to do. So I can't see Balogun coming and being the additional striker in the new up-and-coming season. It's not going to happen. It won't happen. As other clubs go to Harrods and we go to Debenhams. Lim, I used to work in Debenhams. What's wrong with Debenhams? But yeah, the comparisons, yeah. I had my dad playing card games other day. He loved it. Yeah. Well, it made me to challenge your dad on the old console, the PS4. But yeah, Sega Mega Drive, man, that was mine back in the day, man. Colin says Edu is a hot mess, and Arteta and his signing players for positions he has already done. We have needs, and he now has zero excuses. Hodor says, Savic, welcome to Arsenal. Let's hope. Let's hope. I did a video again that came up live this morning, and someone said, I've never heard of him. I've never heard of him. I said, well, this is why we do videos, because a lot of you, and don't get me wrong, I don't know all the players. I don't know all the players. Have I seen the majority of these players play for their respective clubs? No, I haven't. No, so I do my research on these players, and I give it a new segment the best way that I can possible. And this is, by the way, in the pre-recorded videos, which are not more than 2 minutes now. But I do the best I can to give you guys new segments, because a lot of our fan base don't have the time. They don't have the time. So they do rely on Canon 4 TV to come up with the news. And like I said, people, from the beginning of this live show, we do the best that we can to give you the news segments. You still need to go out and do your homework. So if you're thinking, actually, Canon 4 TV, are you sure? Go and do your homework as well. Do your homework. AJ still asking Tottenham back for. Have you touched on the pot? No, we're not going to. We're not going to. We're not going to. For legal reasons, we cannot. I think that is why we went after Ralph, because the way we play, I think he should have been the other striker. But yeah, what about playing Nico Pepe as in that role there, in that position there? Just to try and give him like a last chance at the bar? Could we not play Nico Pepe as the alternative striker? I don't know, maybe I'm going too far here. What are your thoughts? Would you like to see Nico Pepe playing that position, rather than spending X amount of millions on a player that's not proven in the Premier League? Which is why I go for Ivan Toney. I go for Ivan Toney because he's proven in the Premier League already. He gives us something. Well, he would give us something different. Heading ability, something that I think that's probably dying out. You still got to learn to header the ball. You got to header the ball. Ivan Toney, show them, man. Show them. I don't know, man. Yes, it is. Gone by the reports that I've read, Youri Tielemans has agreed personal terms. And with the player that everyone's dying for, Lisandro Martinez, there is a gentleman's agreement. Never heard of that before. A gentleman's agreement. If the player is interested, and he's told Ajax and all his teammates that he wants to leave to have Premier League career. Who is he going to? Agent. A gentleman's agreement. I've never heard that before. Never. Honestly, we are looking weaker going into the season than last. Adding that the teams in front of us and the three behind have seriously added to their team. Not so good looking for AFC. I'm just saying. Just saying. I would be okay. Pepe given that chance. Yeah, I think it's just reminding something else I want to actually talk about. But with Nico Pepe, that's £72 million. The player looking uninterested. Last few games of the season, I thought, the guy is a definite, cert to be leaving Arsenal. No cupboards coming for Nico Pepe. But I'm thinking just to kind of give him a last chance, just to, I don't know, I might be that's what he's probably waiting for. Boss, give me one more chance to play as a striker. It might work, it might not work, but it's worth a chance, I think. I mean, for me, Project Nico Pepe is done, man. It's finished. But you saw him play against the Tractor Boys. We beat them 5-1. And who scored a hat-trick? Eddie Nketiah. The other thing I wanted to say is, I know Hector Bellerin was wearing the captain's armband. And it appeared to upset a lot of people. For a player who said that he wants to leave Arsenal, why would you want to give him the captain's armband? Were there not other players that you could give him the armband to? I don't know. Clash Wars. Ivan Toney. It's Chrysler. We are the Arsenal. Ivan Toney. All right. So Clash Wars. Who would you like Arsenal to sign as an additional striker? And going by what you just said, I think maybe you disagree with the fact that we gave Eddie Nketiah a 5-year contract as well as £100,000 a week. So, as an alternative, which striker would you like Arsenal to buy? Seriously, Alex, if we were to get another two quality players in, I do think that we can compete with Spurs. Sorry, I should say sneaker. I take a couple of clubs. If we can get both, wow, will be the transfer window of a lifetime, says Christian. I think Pepe is great if he didn't have to track back. Yeah, I think Eltel said on Friday, and the players are being asked to all track back and all go forward. And I think it's worth a last punt. Just give him that one opportunity. Give him maybe 5 games. And say, look, just stay there. We don't want you running back. Just stay there, just outside the 18-yard box, and just see what you can do. Last chance bar, Pepe. The ball is in his court. The manager can only do so much. It's down to him. He's been given, so many different opportunities. Play on the left, play on the right. Come on, Nico Pepe. Come on. Gabriel Jesus and Eddie, I'd stick with rather than Tony. Pepe throw his toys out of the pram. Nobody wants him. Must have a bad attitude or work ethic. Colin says Ivan Toney should have been our big signing. Instead, we got that was backup striker. A team that had no striker. We need the Lord, not Jesus. Suarez. I was asked this question. Would I take Suarez for one season? For one season. And I said, for one season? Possibly. You might be able to bite somebody's ears off. Oh dear. Bid 40 million plus. That's ridiculous, isn't it? It's stupid. Belotti is on a free at the moment. Okay, all right, yeah. Alex, if Pepe retires from football, would you have him work on your channel, Alex? Yeah, as long as I didn't have to pay him any money. Yeah, why not, man? Why not? Yeah. Yeah. Alex, you're mischievous. You're very, very mischievous. Glenn Kitely, Glenn, everything Arsenal, what's happening, bro? Another channel, people, you need to go out and check his channel. Now, Glenn, I have your WhatsApp number because as I understand, I was going to say to you, put the link to your channel in the live chat, but unless you're a moderator, you can't do it. So if you want me to post the link to your channel in the live chat, send me the link from my WhatsApp or in the DM, and I'll quickly put it in the live chat. But guys, go and check Glenn Kitely's channel, man. I mean, for what sticks out in my memory is the video he did on Alexander Lacazette. I thought the blow by blow, the in-depth research, much less the transition. Guys, you got to check it out. The homage to Alexander Lacazette on Glenn's channel, guys, you've got to go and check it out. So Glenn, if you want me to highlight, your channel, send me the link in my WhatsApp or in the DM, and I'll put it very quickly in the live chat here. I really wanted Tielemans at Arsenal. What do you think of Lokonga? Brentford next season or still needs time? It's funny because this thing about when you go for a job interview, they turn you down because they're, well, you don't have any experience. You say, well, how can I get experience if you don't give me a job? It's a bit like that. He needs game time. He needs game time. If you don't give him game time, he won't get the experience. I would play him. Much like Tavares, who's not a left back, he's a wing back. If you don't play them in these situations, they're never, ever going to learn. Lokonga, I do like him. He just, for me, dilly-dallies a little bit too long on the ball and he gets dispossessed. But it's time, it's the changing of the guard, isn't it? You've got to let one player go and let another one come in. You've got to let one player go and let another one come in. Who's the player that should go? And who's the player that should come in? Well, we've got one here who should come in, Lokonga. And the player who, for me, should go to Roma is Granit Xhaka. But yeah, next season, I'm hoping, again, he's got to play. Mikel Arteta, you've got to play him. Otherwise, why did we spend that money to buy him? Got to play him. While we have a new Shannon Rainbow crew member, the Spurs will be spanking us at the moment and then send us to our room for a nap or put us on a naughty step. On a naughty step. That is not bad. Afternoon, assembled. Afternoon, Alex, and the chat room. Personally, to me, giving the armband to a player who doesn't want to be there, this action undermines the players who want to be here. I mean, for me, symbolic. The captain's armband is symbolic, or unless he's managed to convince him again to stay. I think what it could be, because, I don't know, is he still the club's designated vice captain? I don't know what it is. Maybe that's what it is. He's still the club's designated vice captain of Arsenal. Maybe. What else could it be? I'm sorry, guys. Let me double check and see. Glenn, you didn't send. Did you send? No, you didn't. You didn't send the link. All right, Glenn did not send the link. Did he send the link? No, he didn't send the link. Glenn, send me the link to your channel in the DM, please. So are you saying that the front line could chase and then set Pepe up? Why not? Again, I'm just trying to think of what else can we do with Nico Pepe. We sell him, we're not going to recoup not even half of the amount. So do we want the player just to be sat on the bench, just earning a cross, being a bench warmer and just maybe playing a bit part, you know, I don't know, supporting role? What are we trying to do with Nico Pepe? I was thinking, just as a last chance, just try that there. And if it really doesn't work out, then literally we know literally it's over. It's over for him. Gabriel is a great guy, but always gives 100% work rate. Spencer, good afternoon, says we have to have a dynamic midfielder this season. It is a must if we are going to make top four. Been saying that for the longest time. Will you take Tammy, him and Eddie? I say same. Sorry, guys, bear me a second. I've just been sent a message from our moderator. What are you saying? Yes, please, if you could. If you can send that link for me, please, DWTT, that would be brilliant. I didn't realize you put it here as well, actually. Yeah, if you could, please. Hello, is Tielemans coming seriously? Or, well, the club have agreed personal terms with Youri Tielemans. And again, maybe this is probably another reason why there is this gap now, isn't it? Everything's just gone to a lull. It's a lull, isn't it? We're thinking, right, we've got the momentum. Okay, then we waited for the announcement for Gabriel Jesus. Waiting for the announcement, and then it came. We're thinking, right, okay, who else? I think Youri Tielemans might be the next. I don't think it's going to be Lisandro Martinez. I'm sorry, guys. Sorry to break your hearts. It's most likely not going to be Lisandro Martinez. I mean, crikey, you know, Erik ten Hag, Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, who would you rather go to? Don't get me wrong, I want Lisandro Martinez to come to Arsenal, but again, you're weighing it up. Erik ten Hag was the previous manager at Ajax. Speak the language. I know he knows me very, very well. Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, I don't know him too well. What is the plan? He's going to go to Man United. Lokonga played well the other day. Do you think that he could eventually play as Tielemans? Well, are you saying for them to play together or to play like Tielemans? Ideally, I would like Tielemans with Lokonga at the expense of Granit Xhaka leaving and going to Roma. That's what I would like, ideally. Arsenal need at least 2 more incomings for me to believe the window is a success. Incoming striker, oh, goodness, yeah. As would you have a banter with? No, no. Vice captain put out on loan. I don't know. I don't know. It's been documented that he wants to leave Arsenal. So why would you give him? Why would you give him the armband? I'm just trying to think things through. Make it make sense. Sense make it. I don't know, DWTT. What's your thoughts? Why would you give a person the captain's armband? Symbolic. The captain's armband when he said that he wants to leave, unless you convinced him to stay. Convinced him? You have convinced him to stay. I don't know what it is. Right, so people, here is the link. You must subscribe to Glenn's channel. Again, the homage, the video he did on Alexander Lacazette. I thought, oh my goodness. Wow. I thought, yeah, all praise to the one and only Glenn Kitely. I had to look at it at least 3 times thinking, oh my goodness. The blow by blow, the research that went into that video there. I thought, guys, you've got to subscribe to Glenn Kitely's channel, Everything Arsenal. And also as well, he's actually the host of the collaboration that we do. We do a collaboration with him. He's the host and we feature other Arsenal content creators. So don't ask me the question, Alex, why don't you do collaborations? Why don't you do collaborations? We do collaborations. I have done collaborations in the past with like various, maybe at least 10 other channels. But this is a special one. We're off season at the moment because Arsenal not playing, but Glenn is the host of this collaboration. The collaboration is called the Back 5 Podcast. So check it out on his channel. Did I miss? The assembled says, this is Arsenal. Common sense doesn't live here anymore. Isn't that a song? Arteta wants nothing to do with Pepe. Are we in a time warp and people haven't noticed these things yet? Arsenal could have Pepe as a... Alec, I know so, but I have to keep asking until there's no doubt about the team smarts. In my opinion, the evidence is overwhelming. That's what I thought. Lokonga in Tielemans' position. I want both. I want both, but I don't want the other one. I want both. Again, make it make sense. You know, you spent money on the young talented player, the Belgian player. He had not the greatest of last seasons, but again, the young players are not going to learn unless you put them in that situation. They need experience. How are they going to get experience if you don't play them? So I'm hoping that he'll have more confidence in Lokonga coming this new season. So for me, it has to be both of them, Lokonga and Tielemans, at the expense of that player going to Roma. So now you're making me cry. No more fan unwanted. DWTT, behave yourself, man. Behave yourself. I didn't say anything wrong. If you just tuned in, we're just, chomping on the bits. We've been talking about You know, the number 9 shirts. I'm not going to go through the list of previous incumbent wearers of the number 9 shirts, but the pick of the bunch, previous, probably Alan Smith, Anelka, Podolski. I couldn't choose one. Jose Antonio Reyes. I couldn't choose one. There's been so many of them. And we've also been talking about the players who've gone out to Germany now in a pre-season. I think 4 days to Germany. It's predominantly an experienced squad that he sent out there. What else we're going to talk about? We've just been talking about as well a gentleman's agreement with Lisandro Martinez and Man United. I've never heard that before. A gentleman's agreement? Sounds like something you do like 50 odd years ago. Yeah, we have a gentleman's agreement that you will join the aforementioned club named Athletic Arsenal Football Club in the borough of North London, in the parish of Islington. What? A gentleman's agreement? Anyway, Youri Tielemans is fact that there is the agreement has been made between himself and Arsenal. So I guess he's probably most likely a next player because Lisandro Martinez won't be coming to Arsenal. He will not be coming to Arsenal. We've also been talking about the ideal additional striker that Arsenal need to go out into the world and buy. And I said, well, I'll go for Ivan Toney. Only to be shot down. Ivan Toney? Well, come in with your preferred striker. And we've also been talking about, you know, Lokonga, Tielemans, Lokonga, at the expense of Granit Xhaka. It could be. I don't know. Let's check out the poll again. Let's just see very, very quickly if the numbers have changed significantly. The latest poll has been, who's going to score? Who's going to be a top scorer in the new season? The top scorer. Who's it going to be? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? Who are you? So the poll tells me a story, and the story is as follows. So we are on still 1,600 votes. There's still no comments. I'm not sure, no comments. But we've hit the minimum mark of 50 likes. Saka's actually gone down 1%. But anyway, who's going to be top scorer next season? Edin Nketiah on 8%, Saka on 9%. On 82% is Gabriel Jesus, the chosen one. Is that not blasphemous that he did that? Christ the Redeemer, he did that, didn't he? Is that not blasphemous? Blasphemy. They got it in for me. I don't know. All right, let's go last time into the live chat before we do wrap up this one. Can I put you? Thank you, man. No. It's the least we can do. Like I say, you know, you do a great job hosting the rebel rousers on the collaboration. It's a good thing it's only once a month, man. Glenn, yeah, but you know, entirely indebted to you, brother. You know, so thank you for that. All this hate for Pep, you just become a bad player when it added a Van Dijk. You were always wanting your pack. What? Okay, I think I know what you're saying. Yes, Alex Arteta's confidence in players takes time, which he doesn't have. Since he brought Lokonga and Tavares into the squad, then shouldn't he have a confidence in them? So let me answer the question. Why did he not have confidence in William Saliba? We've seen the countless mistakes that Tavares made. And don't get me wrong, I even said at that time, you've got to continue playing him. You know, test it in the fire. Put him in that situation there. Otherwise, you're never going to learn. But what were your thoughts about Saliba? Why didn't he give Saliba an opportunity to make constant mistakes? And now Tavares, the talk is, oh, we might put him out on loan. Actually, we might sell Tavares. Really? We might sell Tavares? I don't know, man. I don't know. Arsenal gave the manager a new contract as a fifth was harder to achieve than the fourth we should have had. It's embarrassing the treatment Pepe getting. Arteta ruined all our best players, all by Laka, Pepe, Torreira, Guendouzi, all bad management and sales. Well, bad management, definitely. Sales, yeah, definitely. I've never had one. I've never had one, Alec. I've used someone's season ticket. Keep it to yourself. They kind of lend it to me, and I pretend to be this person and put it in the machine and like, whew, I'm through the turnstiles. I'm in the stadium. But I've used someone's season ticket, but I've never had one in my name. Have you had a season ticket? And if I did have one, I don't think I would have been renewing it. I wouldn't renew it. So what they are saying, it doesn't matter how much we bid Ten Hag, as he's soon in up, unless it's a rumor. I mean, he has said himself, Lisandro Martinez, that is, that he wants Premier League action. He wants that to be part of his career. For me, it's Erik Ten Hag. Again, I'm thinking, if I were Lisandro, who knows the manager in Erik Ten Hag, he knows me, I know him, he's got trust in me, he knows how I play, and go to the unknown in Arsenal and Mikel Arteta, what he's trying to build there, for me personally, I would go to Erik Ten Hag. It would solve so much time. You know, he wouldn't have to say, well, I'm not sure about Lisandro Martinez. I don't know, he needs to prove himself in a training field to me first. That will cut all that out there, because he knows my character. He knows how to get the best out of me. And that's not to say that I want him to go to I want him to come to Arsenal. But I don't think he's feeling it. What is stuff about a gentleman's agreement? Gentleman's agreement? Goodness. Me, Alec Hodgson, the #1 striker with 100 goals. Okay. Okay. All right. So let's review the question. How many world-class players does... Only one. Only one. Do you think because we have a EL this season, it could improve the young players because of more games? Yeah, I think it could. I think it will. And Arteta will have to, dip into the resources that we have. Because like you say, we are in the Europa League now. So it can't be like, oh, we're going to play, these 14 players. No, we need a bigger number of squad players. Rotation is going to play a big part. Injuries, we're going to have injuries, suspensions. So, yeah, it might be a watershed moment for the young players now. And they're probably thinking, right, I'm going to show these so-called experienced players who've let us down how many seasons now. I will show them. So let's see what happens now. Let's see what happens. Saliba isn't Arteta's player, so he doesn't feel any loyalty to him. Seasoned managers doesn't alienate their players. Oh my goodness, before giving them chances, but Arteta does. Oh, that's quite, well, 1000%. Alex, but the club, Man United, is a shambles. It is. It is. It is a shambles. What's the saying goes? The bigger the challenge, the greater the victory. The bigger the challenge, the bigger the victory. All this stuff about being on edge of defeat and mess, and it's an opportunity to go in there and sort things out. And then when you come through the other side, you can say, actually, look, I told you so. If you stick with me and we all fight together, we can all be victorious. As much as I can't stand Man United, can't stand Chelsea, we don't like Liverpool that much. But Erik Ten Hag, he's got a job and a half on his hands. Man United are in shambles. They are. They need to get, and they have got rid of a lot of their players. It needs a big clear out, and it's only for Erik Ten Hag to get players like Lisandro Martinez, who he knows, in at Man United. It's an opportunity, isn't it? The greater the challenge, the bigger the victory. We just sold a player, a midfielder. Isn't the French national team for 9 mil and brought a dude for 35 million that we only know is smaller than half of Arsenal's women's team? Dear me. Should help the young players, but Arteta has to play them. Exactly. I don't think he will base on his past visits to EL. Will he learn? I hope so, but I keep asking. Alex, I'm a season ticket holder and just renewed. Can I borrow your ticket, Alec? I'm just saying, man. Can I borrow your ticket? Will you take Wilfried Zaha? No. If it was going to happen, it should have happened the time when Unai Emery asked for Wilfried Zaha and they gave him Nico Pepe. Yeah, so for me, no, I wouldn't take him. I would not take him. People, we have come to an end on this Tuesday afternoon show over here on Cannon for the TV. Speculation season is upon us. It is upon us, without a shadow of a doubt. And Lisandro Martinez, for me, was always going to be the marquee signing, not Gabriel Jesus. Closely followed by Youri Tielemans, Ruben Neves. I've gone on about Ruben Neves. It's not going to happen. A striker, mainly in the shape of a seasoned striker who can guarantee minimum 15 goals, in addition to Eddie Nketiah and Gabriel Jesus, but it's not going to happen. It won't happen, people. I'm sorry. People, we are finished. We are done. I will be back possibly later on this evening. If I'm not, you will see me tomorrow. Tomorrow you'll see my ugly boat face. My ugly boat race face. If you get it. Well, Lynn will understand because Lynn's from East London. But anyway, people, again, I do hope you enjoyed this show. Gone on longer than I actually thought. I thought, maybe 40 minutes. 3 minutes short of an hour. 3 minutes short of an hour, which tells me that you guys, I think, enjoyed the show here. All right, people. Until then, we are out. Don't forget to subscribe to Cannon Fodder TV and hit the bell notification button so you can receive almost all the latest and breaking news right here. Right here, Cannon Fodder, the channel for Arsenal fans all over this world.